From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
Hank Gleason at Intercommercial, Johnny. Say, did you ever hear the Collegio Diamond?
Doesn't strike a chord.
Worth about $200,000 on the open market.
It's insured and it's been stolen, right?
Well, can't say definitely that it's been stolen, but it's gone. The owner's name was Benson, lived here in Hartford.
Why the past tense?
They found him last night in his study, murdered.
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Intercommercial Insurance Companies of America, Home Offices, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Henry Layson. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Collegio Diamond Matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 taxi fare to the western part of town where the better homes are situated. Mr. Charles Benson's home was back from the street and encircled with a high, well-trimmed hedge. The black wreath was already on the door. A young lady, very pretty in a black dress, received me in the study.
You're Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Mr. Layson phoned and said you were on your way.
I hate about a matter like this right now. Miss Benson, is it?
Yes. It's quite all right. Maybe if I go over it all again, it'll help me realize that it's happened. That Dad's gone. It's still like a bad dream. The beginning was when Dad bought the Collegio Diamond.
When was that?
About 3 years ago in Italy. He bought it from a diamond trader who'd just come into Florence from South Africa.
Your father had interest there?
No, he was just a tourist. He'd heard about this diamond from a friend of his, a collector. Seems the diamond had belonged to a minor official to the Medicis, a man named Collegio. It was given to him in return for a favor. Since then, it's passed from hand to hand until Dad bought it.
What did he pay for it, do you know?
About $200,000. Or the Italian equivalent at that time in lira. But, Mr. Dollar, the diamond has a strange history.
Now, don't tell me there's a curse on it.
No, nothing like that. But I guess it amounts to the same thing. Everyone who's owned the diamond has died with it in his possession. Died violently.
There's nothing particularly mysterious about that. Anything worth as much as that piece of glass is worth killing for. Say, who's living with you here now?
My mother. Just the two of us. You have no idea how hard it's been for her, Mr. Dollar. She's hardly been out of her room since Dad died.
Can you tell me about last night, Miss Benson?
Well, I was out with Bob, I can say. We were out till about 3. Dad was home alone. He had a habit of reading very late. In this room, as a matter of fact. The light in the study was on when we came in. It was the only light on in the house. Bob and I went in. Dad's back was to the door.
Please go on.
He was slumped over in his chair facing the window. His book had dropped to the floor. The wall safe was wide open, and on the desk was the velvet-lined box the diamond was kept in. The diamond was gone. Dad had a bullet hole in his temple.
I see. He kept the diamond right on these premises?
Always. We warned him time after time not to. We told him to keep it in his safety deposit box at the bank, but he refused. Always said that a diamond wasn't worth having unless you kept it in your possession and enjoyed it.
Who knew about the diamond, Miss Benson?
Oh, so many people. Family, of course. Myself, Bob. The papers were filled with the news when Dad came back with it from Italy.
Well, I mean, who knew where it was? Who knew the combination of the safe?
Nobody but Dad. And, of course, Mother. Oh, yes, and Mr. Corrigan.
Who's Mr. Corrigan?
Dad's lawyer. Dad kept the will in there and a few other papers that Mr. Corrigan would come and get every once in a while.
Well, Corrigan came into the house and got papers out of your dad's safe any time he wanted to?
Any time he wanted to.
I think I'd better talk to Mr. Corrigan before I go any further.
Now, Mr. Dollar, Mr. Corrigan wouldn't have stolen
Probably
it.
not. But we'd better have a talk just the same. I'd like to have his address, please. Expense account item 2, 80 cents taxi fare to Main Street where Mr. Corrigan's office was located. An elevator ride and a walk down a marble hall took me to the frosted glass door on which was printed Corrigan and Bishop, attorneys at law. I talked myself past the receptionist and the secretary and wound up refusing a cigar from Corrigan himself.
You're in the insurance business?
The investigation end. I understand you were Mr. Benson's lawyer.
That's right. Mr. Benson had the utmost... Oh, excuse me. Yes. No, Vermont maple. Well, 45,000 is way too much. Yes, in board feet. Have them ship it from Montpelier, if that's the case. Well, have them try to get it down then. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Dollar, Mr. Benson and I were associated for about 15 years in one way or another. We went to school together. It was a terrible shock to learn of it. Oh, excuse me. Who? Oh, put him on. Harry, what's with Chicago? No, same thing. No, she's in Arizona. Arthritis. Well, a little better. You know how it is. Yeah, we'll do that. And my love, Danny. Okay, you bet, Harry. Yeah, you bet. Sure. Bye. Now, you're here about the diamond or about the life insurance policy?
The diamond.
Well, diamond is a very rare item. Whoever got into the safe knew the combination.
I understand there weren't many who knew the combination.
Well, that's true. Mr. and Mrs. Benson and myself were the only ones. I suppose I'm the prime suspect. But, of course, these safe crackers, they use a stethoscope these days. You probably know more about that than I do. Oh, excuse me. Who? Oh, yes, put him on. Yes, Jays. Oh, it is? Oh, swell. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, very young man. 45. Oh, yes. Terribly upset. Well, yes, she's due here at about, any minute now. We're going to make the arrangements. Oh, I wouldn't let her go near the place, no. I certainly tell her. You bet. Yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah, bye. Well, exactly what did you want to know, Mr. Dollar?
Anything that would help us locate the diamond.
Well, have you talked to the police?
No, I thought I'd amble around among the persons involved first.
Well, as I say, you probably know more about that than I do. I wish there was something I could say, but the last time I saw George Benson was about 2 weeks ago.
You think this was an outside job?
Well, that's my opinion, but it's sheer speculation. Excuse me. Oh, she is? Well, send her in, please. I hope you won't mind, Mr. Dollar. That's Mrs. Benson. I'm taking you down to the dressmaker's.
Oh, I see.
Why don't you go out that door?
Fine. Oh, thanks, Mr. Corrigan.
It's quite all right. Anything else I can do, you'll let me know.
You bet. I didn't leave. I stood in the little outer room and sneaked a listen through the door. There was some reason why Mr. Corrigan had rushed me out one door while Mrs. Benson came in another one. I heard some things that made the whole case of the Collegio Diamond a lot more interesting. I pushed the door open a crack.
Darling.
Oh, Dad.
You look lovely in black.
I'm going out of my mind. All those people calling, having to act unhappy.
Well, this is your opportunity to be a real actress.
I'm awful at tears.
You're beautiful.
Dan, what if somebody should see us?
Well, let them see us. What do I care? We're as free as birds. There's a little place down in Bermuda, a resort. I got a folder the other day. Beautiful place to have. You won't believe how beautiful. And as soon as it's proper...
What about Kitty?
Well, I told her before I left that I wanted a divorce. I told her, and she knows it. That's why she went to Arizona. To get away, to think things over. I didn't want to hurt her, but I wanted her to know.
Darling, I can't believe it. It's too good to be true. But we've got to be careful. Very careful. Well, let's go, or we'll be late.
Darling, I love you.
On that somewhat touching note, I quietly closed the office door, turned toward the door that would lead me out into the corridor, put my foot to a rough edge of carpet, and promptly fell flat on my face. This brought Corrigan running.
I thought you were gone, Mr. Dollar.
I thought so, too.
Do you consider it quite ethical listening at keyholes?
Didn't you know? Investigation is just a very polite word for snooping, Mr. Corrigan.
Who is it, Sam?
He's an insurance investigator.
You heard everything?
Not everything, Mrs. Benson. Just enough to tell me that black is not your color.
No, it isn't. I loathe black.
Ditto your husband.
I tolerated my husband, Mr. Dollar.
You don't have to explain anything to him, darling. He's just an insurance man.
The police might be interested to know about this little relationship. There are a number of angles here. Could be that you and Mrs. Benson killed Mr. Benson and removed the diamond to make the whole thing look like robbery.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, it could be. I welcome any police investigation.
Fine, I'll go right over.
Wait. I don't think right now would be quite the opportune time. Guilty or not guilty, I have a reputation.
In the light of that corny love scene you two just played, I can't imagine why.
Mr. Dollar.
Sorry. Well, what do we do? All stand around embarrassed? Let's have it. Why did I get the Rush Act out of your office?
Well, that's simple, Mr. Dollar. I was afraid that Diane would give away our relationship.
He's right. I'm not a very good actress.
When did this thing start?
Must you know everything?
I think so.
About 7 years ago.
The wool you were pulling over Benson's eyes must be pretty worn by now.
We did nothing to be ashamed of.
I resent this. I resent the whole thing. I don't think I want to tell you anything more, Mr. Dollar.
I don't blame you. And you know, it's all kind of dull anyway. I'll go to the police. They'll probably have something much more interesting. Don't worry, Corrigan. I'm not going to breathe a word of this unless I feel it necessary. But I never made it to police headquarters. I got out in the street when a very large, very quiet man in a brown and white sport shirt stopped me.
Mr. Dollar,
Yes?
you like some information?
About what?
The fifth, the tropical.
I never play the ponies.
These ponies you play. Hop in.
Thanks. No.
Oh, come on. Hop in.
Is that dangerous, that steel thing in your pocket?
How very discerning of you to recognize the outline. Inside.
Right.
Okay, Bunny. Relax, Dollar.
Where are we going?
You're going to sleep.
I awoke with a groan in my own apartment. Nobody was there, but nobody. As soon as I could focus my eyes, I tried to lift myself off the floor. After 5 tries, I managed to turn my head. What I saw made me want to go back to sleep again. The place was a mess. There wasn't 1 inch that hadn't been gone over with what must have been a tractor. Every drawer in the place had been turned upside down. The problem was reaching the phone. It was all of 10 feet away, but it might have been 10 miles. I started to crawl. About halfway to it, I grabbed hold of the cord. I pulled the phone toward me until I got my hands on the receiver.
Hello? Hello, Johnny? Hello?
Hello?
Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny.
Johnny, you sound awful.
Yeah, I can understand it.
Well, what'd you find out about the Collegio Diamond?
You were right.
About what?
It's gone.
Well, that's brilliant. Who took it?
I don't know.
Well, what are you doing to find out?
Right now, I'm just lying around. Somebody gave me a tumble.
Say, are you drunk?
You better send a doctor. I think I'm going to pass out again.
Johnny? Johnny? Hello? Johnny? Johnny?
I can't talk to you now.
I'm not on the phone. I'm here.
Huh? Oh. You look funny with 4 heads. Well, I might as well put this phone up.
Oh, come on. Stop that nonsense. Now, look, I hate to bother you with business, but what happened to you?
I'll tell it all to the police.
You think I want the police in on this?
Well, why keep them out?
Publicity for the company. I want the public to think Intercommercial is able to take care of itself. Now, come on, what happened?
Somebody asked me for a ride. Asked me if I wanted a ride. Then they gave it to me.
Well, it looks like they were looking for something. Did you have something they might have been looking for?
If I had something they were looking for, I wouldn't know it. But they must have thought I had something they were... Look, I'm going round and round already. Ask me no questions.
Have you got any idea what it might be they were looking for?
Maybe the diamond.
Yeah, say, maybe the diamond. See, that's right, that could be.
Now go away.
Well, we'll take you off the case and put someone else on, so you can have a nice rest.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, I thought that would pep you up.
Yeah, money always does. Now get out of here and let me fasten my head back on.
Do you want something?
Yeah. Get me an aspirin. Hello?
Mr. Dollar,
Yeah?
this is Betty Benson.
Oh, yeah, sure. How are you?
Mr. Dollar, the police have just been here.
What happened?
They found the gun that killed Dad.
Oh, good. Where was it?
In my purse.
We will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. For an hour of rapid-fire entertainment, the show goes on. It's a show for you these Friday nights on most of these same CBS stations. It's an intimate glimpse into a fascinating angle of backstage life. A series of honest-to-goodness auditions for jobs in theater, nightclubs, and radio. The singers and comedians you hear are face-to-face with managers, agents, and bookers ready to hire them on the spot, take an option, or turn thumbs down. Be sure to hear The Show Goes On and its latest acts this Friday night. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account item 3, taxi fare again. $1.30 to the Hartford City Jail, where an old buddy of mine by the name of Lieutenant Parnell was quizzing Miss Benson with the nastiest bunch of leading questions I've ever heard.
Now, why did you kill your father, Miss Benson? Oh, come on. We'll make it much easier for you if you'll only...
Hey, Parnell. Come on, give her a break.
Oh, the insurance man. I wondered when you'd be over. Hey, what happened to your head?
When I find out, I'll let you know. Don't let him talk you into a thing, Betty. Get a good lawyer.
Well, for one thing, Corrigan is on his way over. For another, the best lawyer in the world couldn't do it any good. The gun had her prints all over it.
Would I put a murder weapon in my purse with my fingerprints on it, Lieutenant? Now, would I?
If you didn't have time to get rid of the gun, why not?
You're getting woozy, Lieutenant. Why don't you take a break? They've got the Giants game on the radio out there. Why not go out and see how they're doing?
No. I might miss something, Dolly. Maybe you can do better with it than I can. I'll just sit down over here and listen. All right, now, how's that?
Fine. Okay, now, Betty. How did the gun get into your purse?
I don't know, Mr. Dollar. The lieutenant was searching through my room and found this purse. And there it was. But I didn't carry that purse the night Dad was killed. I haven't used that purse in a long time. Somebody put the gun in there.
Can you prove it?
Well, no.
Nobody saw you that evening, huh?
Nobody but Bob.
Bob, your boyfriend, huh?
All right, now I've got the necessary papers. You leave her alone. Dollar, what are you doing here?
I just came over to add to the confusion.
Betty, are you all right?
Hello, darling. I'm all right.
Looks like Grand Central Station.
Come on, Betty. We'll have you out of here in jig time.
This is Bob Gorman, my fiancé, Mr. Dollar and Lieutenant Parnell.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, that was nice. Like a Washington hostess. Now, let's try to wind this thing up. Mr. Corrigan, were you anywhere in the vicinity of the Benson home the night Mr. Benson was murdered?
Absolutely not.
Oh, yes, you were. You were visiting Betty's mother.
That's a deliberate lie. I was nowhere near... I don't know why I'm submitting to intimidation from you, Gorman.
Seems to be a little difference of opinion here, Lieutenant.
Mm-hmm. You were quite a comfort to Mrs. Benson during the period of her bereavement, weren't you, Corrigan?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it might incriminate me.
You're darn right it would incriminate you. The way you've been carrying on with Mrs. Benson, everybody knows about
Bob.
it. No, I'm going to get it off my chest. Betty's father was no sooner dead than he was hustling Mrs. Benson this place and that
Why,
place.
you young...
Temper, Mr. Corrigan. Let's save that for the jury.
He can't make accusations like that.
They aren't just accusations, Mr. Corrigan. They're true. Nobody had a better reason to kill Dad than you did.
Love, huh?
Say, anybody in this room happen to know where the Collegio Diamond is?
No.
Huh. I didn't think so.
But if you'd like to know
Corrigan,
my
Hold it.
idea...
perfectly well that...
I just wanted to say goodbye. Okay, now go ahead.
If you'd
Mr.
like to know
Corrigan,
who I
you
think
know,
is...
perfectly well that
Expense account item 4, $12.20 miscellaneous taxi fares all over the place. I went on a little visit to Corrigan's apartment and found something of interest. A little slip of paper on which was written in the highest form of legal language, of course, I owe you $2,000, George Benson. I worked my way into Bob Gorman's apartment. There I found a bill from the Garant Detective Agency. Then to police headquarters again, where I found a picture of a man who was tall and thin and had a little, well-trimmed mustache. Then I went home, where I found a man who was tall, thin, and had a little, well-trimmed mustache. He was drinking my bourbon. You're drinking my bourbon.
It's lousy bourbon.
Look what you did to my head.
It's an improvement.
All right, what do you want?
The diamond. What else?
I don't have it.
I don't believe it.
Well, search the place.
I already did.
Well, I guess that does it. I'll see you later.
Don't go.
Out of the way.
I said don't go.
You crazy!
Okay. Drop the gun.
Let go.
Now, sit down and finish your drink.
I didn't come here alone. If I'm not downstairs in 3 minutes, you'll come up.
The more the merrier. Who do you work for?
Myself.
That's right, friend. I want all the excuse I can get to beat the pulp out of you.
Go on. Now cut it.
Who do you work for?
Corrigan.
What's the deal?
He wanted me to get the gun.
So you planted it in Betty's purse?
I didn't. And I didn't kill Benson either. I went to get the gun, but it was gone. And I thought you had it, but you didn't have it.
So you were working for Corrigan?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's start all over again. Who do you work for?
I told you, Corrigan.
This isn't going to be much fun for you, friend.
Now listen, lay off of me. I'm telling you the truth. I tell you the truth, and you keep on hitting me. Now that ain't fair.
Who do you work?
Oh, okay. Mrs. Benson.
What's the deal?
She hired me to get the diamond.
Why?
She killed her husband so she'd get away with Corrigan. She wanted me to break in and get the diamond so it looked like robbery, see? Robbery and murder, see?
Here we go again.
Will you leave me be?
I can keep this up all night if I have to.
Why don't you tell me who you think I work for, then, instead of beating up on me?
I want to hear it from you. Look, chum, since you knocked me on the head, I get spells of bad temper.
All right. All right. The Garand Detective Agency.
Now we're getting someplace, Vic.
How did you know my name?
Well, it's a byword in every precinct police station from here to Ishpeming. You were hired by Bob Gorman.
I was hired by Bob Gorman.
You killed Benson.
I don't know who killed Benson.
What were you hired for?
To get the diamond. Bob's got it in his apartment.
Do I start working on you
No,
again?
don't act so tough now.
Well, who's got the diamond?
Corrigan. Well, look, if you've got all the answers, what are you asking me for?
Vic, my boy, I'm amazed. I've seen liars in my time, but I've never run across anything like you. How can you do it with such a straight face, huh?
Years of practice.
Now, I'll tell you the truth as you see it.
Don't you hit me no more now.
Bob Gorman hired you. That's the truth, all right, and he hired you to get the diamond. But you didn't find the diamond there. You found Benson dead.
I walked in there. I'm telling you, I was never more surprised in my life. There was Benson in that chair. I hired out to do a lot of things. But murder, that's not for me. There ain't money enough in the world to make me commit murder.
Slugging, you do.
For good money.
Vic, I'm not interested in who killed Benson. Personally, I don't think you know. I want to know where the diamond is.
How do I know where the diamond is? It was gone when I got there. I thought you had it. That's why I slugged you. Period.
All right, Vic. I'm tired. I got a splitting headache. Finish your drink and get out of here.
No, thanks. It really is lousy bourbon.
Things were as dark as ever. Vic was no help. I knew Bob hired him, but that was all I knew. The next stop seemed to me to be Bob himself. I called him and told him to come over. He was very accommodating. A half hour later, he was tapping gently at my door.
Hello, Mr. Dollar.
Come on in. Don't mind the dirty glass on the table there. I just got through entertaining one of your employees.
One of my employees?
I believe he said his name was Vic. Vic Hastings.
I never heard of him.
Come on, Bob. You can be yourself with me. Vic talked to me like a brother.
I never heard of him.
You may not be conscious of it, Bob, but you're in plenty of trouble. The police are looking for the diamond, and they're sure whoever has the diamond killed Mr. Benson. I'm just an insurance investigator. I have nothing to do with the police department.
All right, Mr. Dollar. I did hire Vic Hastings. I sent him after the diamond.
He thought I had it.
Yes. When he found out you didn't, he came back and threatened me. He wanted money. I didn't have any, but I told him I'd give him a cut when I got it.
Is this a regular business of yours, stealing diamonds?
Look, Mr. Dollar, I didn't kill Mr. Benson.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you about the diamond.
I heard about the diamond when Mr. Benson bought it. I had to have it. I wasn't going to sell it, not then. I just wanted it. I crashed a party at the Benson house about 4 or 5 months ago. I met Betty, and I started to date her.
That's as good a way as any.
Oh, you've got it wrong, Mr. Dollar. Sure, I wanted to get at the diamond. That's why I started taking Betty out. But things are different. I love her. We want to get married.
Very sweet. Only you didn't hire Vic to get the diamond 4 or 5 months ago, Gorman. So get that pleading look out of your eyes. You don't do a thing to me.
You're not going to the police.
Put it down, Gorman.
Stay where you are. Don't try to follow me or I'll blow your head off. So long, Dollar.
Arnell speaking.
This is Dollar, Lieutenant. Better send out a code 1 on Bob Gorman.
What's he wanted for?
Well, you can call it suspicion of murder. Expense account item 5, 120 taxi fare to the Benson home. I found Mrs. Benson in a sad state upstairs due to her husband's death and her daughter's incarceration.
Why must you pester me about a thing like this now, Mr. Dollar? Haven't you any consideration?
Sorry, Mrs. Benson, but it's a job. The sooner we get over this hurdle, the better off we are. Now, I know all about your relationship with Corrigan.
All of that has nothing to do with the case.
Well, perhaps not.
I know who killed my husband, and I know why, and I know who has the diamond.
Who?
I can't prove it. I couldn't take it into a court of law.
Well, let me worry about that. What's your idea, Mrs. Benson?
Bob Gorman.
Why do you think he did it?
He has a violent temper. He hated George, hated him like poison. George never wanted him to marry Betty.
Sorry, that motive doesn't click with me. Now, let me tell you who killed your husband. You and Corrigan.
How dare
you? wanted to get rid of him. You two are the only ones who knew the combination of the safe. You took the diamond and killed Benson.
Why, you...
And you planted the gun in Betty's purse.
Do you mean to suggest that I would try to make my own daughter out to be a murderess?
That's just what you hoped the police would think. That if anybody were framing your daughter, it wouldn't be you. You knew the police would clear Betty because she was nowhere near the house when the murder occurred. And you thought they'd assume that Bob Gorman planted the gun in Betty's purse.
That's a lie.
Come on, Mrs. Benson. It's all out in the open now.
Stay where you are, Dollar.
Corrigan. I was expecting it.
You're pretty good at this business of investigation, aren't you? It's a shame to have to end such a brilliant career.
Well, that's the way it goes. Here today, gone tomorrow. You aren't going to mess up Mrs. Benson's pretty bedroom, are you?
Not at all. We'll just go out the back way. Open the door, Dollar.
Glad to. After you. He's all right, Mrs. Benson. Come on, get up, Corrigan. The lieutenant is waiting. In case you should ask, how did you know, Mr. Dollar, that Corrigan and Mrs. Benson killed George Benson? The answer? I took a big guess. I told them my guess, and with the authority of an Illinois judge, they swallowed it and they confessed. To wind it all up, I might add the following. They got Bob Gorman. He's being sent up along with Vic Hastings. His police record makes Vic's look like a bad report card, which means Betty is going to have to look for a new boyfriend. The insurance company has saved a good deal of money. Everybody bad goes to the penitentiary. Everybody good stays free, which proves that bluff is better than logic. This time, anyway. Expense account item 6, doctor bill and miscellany for my sore head amounting to $25. Expense account total, $65.34. And that's pretty cheap. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role, is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can soon be seen in the Columbia Pictures production 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in our cast this evening were Wally Mayer, Jane Webb, Bill Johnstone, Virginia Gregg, Stacey Harris, Bill Boucher, and Harry Bartell. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week at the same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Crime goes down for the count on Friday night with two of CBS's top thrillers, Broadway is My Beat and Up for Parole, heard over most of these same CBS stations. The Gay White Way is the scene for many an exciting criminal chase with Danny Clover on Broadway is My Beat. From the actual files of parole boards across America come the stories of men and women who are up for parole. For a thrill and a chill, Broadway is My Beat and Up for Parole fill the bill. This is CBS, where you thrill to gangbusters every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Lieutenant Cal Mervin, Mr. Dollar, State Highway Police. They relayed your call to me.
Good. I was just checking in, Lieutenant. You said to keep in touch in case I left civilization.
Well, you haven't left it far. I recognize the number.
Oh?
You're at Jake's Bar and Grill on the Nogales Highway.
Yep.
You didn't need a uranium hunter's outfit to go prospecting in that little nugget.
Well, I'm going up into the Santa Rita Mountains around Primrose Camp.
You playing a hunch or have you got a lead?
Well, both. But at the moment, it's more hunch than lead. I just wanted you to know where to start looking in case I disappear.
Now, look, Mr. Dollar, I've got every man on the force out now looking for that gang of killers and the $100,000 payroll they stole. If I have to add you to the list, that's about all I'll need.
Relax, Lieutenant. If things work out, you may find us together.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Jake's Bar and Grill somewhere on a highway in southern Arizona. To the Home Office, Mid-States Industrial Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Primrose Matter. Expense account continued. Item 4, $3.60 to Jake Meager for information and incidental beverages. The Chipper Nitson gang had hijacked an armored truck in Kansas City and escaped with a $100,000 payroll. 2 nights ago, they'd shot their way through a roadblock in southern Arizona, killed a state trooper, and left one of their own members dead in the road. Then the other 3 had simply disappeared. The information from Jake? That old Pop Bardell operated a tourist camp and service station 14 miles up a dead-end road in the nearby mountains. And it seems that Pop had acquired a new nephew within the last 24 hours, a complete stranger to Jake. There was only one way to check it out. Drive up to Primrose Camp.
Howdy.
Hi, how are you?
Want me to fill up the tank?
Yeah, might as well. Probably won't take much, though. Hey, how much farther does the road go?
Just a couple of miles.
Oh, too bad. I was just starting to enjoy the scenery. Hey, you know, you're lucky living up here in the hills. Got some real pretty country around you here.
Yeah.
I thought I might spend a little time in it if I could find a place to stay. I guess there'll be some more tourist cabins on down the road.
No, these are the only ones.
Oh, well. Well, in that case, you got yourself a boarder.
Took less than 4 gallons.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't down much. Hate to get caught short, though, up here away from the highway. Now, about that cabin.
I'm sorry, we're all full up.
Oh?
You'll find some places down on the highway.
Well, there wouldn't be much point in that. I was planning to do some prospecting, get around a little on foot. This would be a good spot to work from.
I got no vacancies. How about the oil and water?
Oh, yeah, you better take a look, I guess.
Bad country for a tenderfoot. You get in a lot of trouble.
Such as what?
Snake bite, get lost, fall off a cliff. A lot of things.
Oh, I've been in a place or two before.
Best you forget it, son. Oil's all right.
It's funny, those cabins look empty. No cars parked in front of them.
They're all rented. And the water's all right, too.
Well, who are they rented to? Vacationers? Prospectors?
I couldn't say. It'll be $1.26.
All right. Hardly worth stopping for. There you are. Keep the change.
Thanks. Call again.
Yeah, maybe I will. When Pop Bardell gets back.
I'm Pop Bardell.
You can't be. You don't fit the description.
What do you mean?
Well, I was told Pop Bardell would start talking a leg off me before I even got my mouth open. That he'd not only sell me a tank of gas, but also 2 quarts of oil I didn't really need and a handful of fake ore samples and rent me a couple of cabins whether I was planning to stay or not.
Who told you that?
Jake Meager down at the highway.
Jake. Jake's one who talks too much.
Maybe.
Jake hadn't ought to said... What is it? Nephew?
You about through out there? I need a hand in here.
Yeah, I'm all through.
Oh, that the nephew Jake was telling me about?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, nice-looking fella. Arrived yesterday unexpectedly, Jake tells me.
Yeah, that's right.
Comes from Tulsa, I understand.
Tulsa? Oh, yeah, that's right, from Tulsa.
Uncle!
I'm coming. Well, now,
I got some friends in Tulsa. I wonder if he might know him.
Where are you going?
I want to say hello to your nephew.
No, you can't go in there.
Why not?
We're fumigating it. It just ain't safe.
Oh, all right. I won't go inside. But I want some cigarettes out of the machine.
I'll get them for you. Just give me the quarter.
You feel all right?
Sure.
Well, it seems to me you're kind of jumpy, on edge. I thought all you Westerners were supposed to be relaxed and easygoing.
Now, look, you want them cigarettes.
You having trouble, Uncle?
No trouble. This fella just wants some cigarettes is all.
What brand?
Chesterites.
There you are.
Thanks. Oh, here, don't you want the money for him?
You give it to my uncle here.
Yeah, sure, here you go.
Thank you.
If that's all now.
Say, I understand you're from Tulsa.
That's so?
I got a good friend down there, Clem Welke. Thought maybe you knew him.
Afraid not. Look, if there's nothing else now, you
Been there about a year. He's working on that new electric plant they're building down there. But I guess he'll be out of a job before long, though. Understand they'll have the plant done by the end of the month.
Yeah, that's right. It's about finished. Now, look, mister...
Surprised you never met Clem. But Tulsa's a big town.
Yeah, it's a big town. Come on, Uncle, let's get that stuff moved.
Well, I guess I'll drift on down the road and sleep out tonight, maybe. I got my sleeping bag. I'll probably see you on my way back, I guess.
Yeah, you do that.
There was only one thing wrong with the whole setup. To the best of my knowledge, there wasn't any new electric plant in Tulsa. I drove on past Primrose Camp 2 miles farther to the end of the road. It was narrow, unpaved, and for the most part bound by a straight drop-off on one side and a vertical cliff on the other, with no chance for a car to turn off. There were 2 fire roads for access by the Forest Service, actually nothing more than narrow trails. The turnoffs were blocked by steel cables padlocked between heavy metal posts. As far as I could tell, they hadn't been tampered with, and no car had turned into either of the trails for a month or more. It added up to one thing. There was simply no place in the area where the Nitson gang's car could be hidden. Yet I was still certain that they were here, somewhere. An hour later, I'd left my car at the road and was lying on a rocky ridge 300 yards or so above Primrose Camp, watching the place through binoculars and seeing nothing of any importance. 2 cars stopped, sightseers apparently. One driver had the water checked and left. A couple got out of the other car, spent 20 minutes in the lunchroom, came out and drove off. Pop Bardell came outside occasionally, his wife too, a couple of times. But Bardell's daughter, whom Jake Meager had told me about, didn't show. Neither did the mysterious nephew. I kept on watching.
Howdy, stranger. Hunting something now, you?
Oh, no, not exactly.
It looked like you was.
I'm just admiring the view.
A city fella, ain't you?
Guess you can tell one every time, can't you?
Kid, when you lived alone in the mountains, long as I have, then them duds you're wearing, too. Got 'em at Dave Bright's store, didn't you?
That's right.
Dave outfits a lot of you Eastern fellas. Can always tell stuff that comes from Dave's. It's got a look about it.
Hey, you wouldn't be a prospector, would you?
40 years of it, son.
You live up in these parts somewhere?
6 miles across the canyons there. Got a cabin I built myself and some claims of mine. Ain't been there for 3 weeks, though.
Oh, is that so?
No, been prospecting over toward the Rincons. Heading back home now. You're the first living soul I've seen.
You haven't heard any news, then, in the last 3 weeks?
No.
My name's Johnny Dollar, by the way.
Jed Marsh. Proud to know you, son.
Howdy.
Sized you up before I spoke to you and decided to take a chance. Mighty glad to find you ain't a smart aleck like a lot of them city fellas.
Oh, it takes all kinds to make a city, Mr. Marsh.
I reckon so. Never could see why it takes some kind, so. There's Pop Bardell out in front of the station. Usually stop by and say howdy to him, but I reckon I'm going to pass it this time.
Known Pop long?
About 14 years now.
Well, then you must know his family pretty well.
Well, aside from his missus, there ain't no family, except their daughter, Jenny.
No, I was thinking of his nephew in Tulsa.
He ain't got no nephew, Mr. Dollar.
Oh? Understood he had.
He ain't got no living kin at all, except for some cousins in Virginia.
Oh, I guess I was misinformed.
Yep, that's for sure. Pop's a real lone wolf. Used to be a prospect himself years back, but he never really had the knack for it. Anyhow, he finally bought this here Primrose Camp and settled down to a civilized way of living.
I'd say he got about as far away from civilization as he could.
A compromiser, that's what he is. Always fooling himself. I told him that a lot of times. Even keeps on prospecting off and on right around the camp there, when he knows there ain't no pay dirt in this rock.
Well, that's like a city man growing vegetables in a window box, I guess.
Son, I wonder if I can ask a favor of you.
Well, sure, what?
I was aiming to go on down there and get Pop to do it, but I'll have to stay all evening if I do, and I'm kind of hankering to get home.
Well, if it's anything
and
I
of
can...
course, if I go to the authorities, they'll keep me round asking questions, making statements.
What are you talking about?
If there'd been any signs of life, anything I could do to help, you understand.
Mr. Marsh, what are you getting at?
Well, over across the ridge there, in the bottom of the canyon, there's a car half buried under a rock slide.
All right, easy, Mr. Marsh. We don't want to start the rest of that rock coming down.
I've been moving rock all my life, son. Here we go. All right, it's clear. Let her go.
Now, that's good. I can get the car door open now. Watch yourself there. They had it pretty well buried, all right.
Who do you mean by they, Mr. Dollar?
It doesn't matter at the moment. Give me a hand, will you? Let's get this guy out. That's fine. We'll lay him here on the side of the car.
It's like I figured. Couldn't be anybody left alive after rolling all the way down that slope.
This one wasn't alive before the car rolled down.
What?
He was shot by the State Highway Police.
Mr. Dollar.
They did a good job of hiding the car, temporarily at least. It couldn't have been seen from the air. The only way of finding it was to stumble onto it the way you did.
You ain't up here just for pleasure, are you, Mr. Dollar?
I'm an insurance investigator. I'm after a stick-up gang who've killed 2 bank guards and a state highway trooper. This man was one of the gang.
There ain't nobody else in the car here. Is he the gang?
There were 4 of them to start with. This is the second one who's been shot to death. There are still 2 to go.
Where you figure they are?
At Primrose Camp.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, a lion's den reluctantly opens its door to let a trusting victim step inside. And the victim? Me. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Doesn't this nice weather kind of get under your skin, Johnny?
Who's that?
Make you want to be sitting in a boat on Lake Mojave, hauling in 5- and 6-pound bass? Maybe a really big one?
Buster.
That's right, Buster favorite.
Where are you? Where are you coming from?
Right here at Lake Mojave Resort. And, Johnny, picked up a new spinning rod and reel that I think you ought to give a workout.
Oh, you dog. You know I have to work for a living, and brother, I mean work.
Isn't it pretty hard, huh?
Too hard.
Well, then it's time for you to relax a bit.
Yeah, I know, but...
Live longer, Johnny. You know the old saying.
What old thing?
The time a man spends in fishing is never deducted from his lifespan. So come on out here for a few days.
Oh, Buster, I'd love it. And if there was some insurance problem that I could use as an excuse, Buster, is there?
Well, yeah.
You mean there's something involving insurance that I ought to look into?
Yeah.
Then give it to me, quick.
Well, not the sort of thing I could very well explain over the phone.
But unless I know what it is, what company's involved.
But it could turn out to be something pretty important.
And purely incidentally, the fish are biting like mad.
That's right.
Okay, Buster, what am I waiting for?
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, Los Angeles office, attention Mr. Royal J. Harkin. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the frantic fisherman matter. Roy, why kid about it? When I started this trip, I had no way of knowing that your company was involved. Knowing Buster Faber, I honestly figured that his mention of an insurance angle was just to give me a good excuse. But when you've read the facts in this report, I'm sure you'll agree that Greater Southwest should pay the old expense account without question. Yeah, and probably a nice extra fee to boot. All right. Item 1, $154.50 night flight from Hartford to New York to Las Vegas, Nevada. Item 2, $50 deposit on a rental car. I headed south and east to Lake Mojave Resort. To me, this place is the answer to a fisherman's prayer. The lake itself is over 60 miles long, averages about a mile wide. The resort is at the lower end, complete with modern accommodations, cafe, dock, well, just about everything you could ask for. Ham Pratt, the general manager, Buster Faber and his wife Marilyn are the salt of the earth. And because of it, the customers are a pretty fine lot without exception. Almost.
I'm going to put you here number 18, Johnny.
Good, Buster. I'll feel right at home.
And here's a new spinning outfit I want you to try out.
7-foot Harnell.
That's right. And a Mitchell 350, loaded with 4-pound test. So, as soon as you can change your clothes, we'll hit the lake.
Okay, now, this is all very nice, Buster, and I'll be changed in about 5 minutes. But...
Good, I'll be waiting at the dock.
But... until you tell me what the insurance angle is for my coming out here, or where I'm going to charge my expense account.
The answer to that is out on the lake.
Oh, sure. That was all just an excuse to get me out here to fish.
Wrong?
But as long as I'm here, I might as well... Wrong, did you say?
That's what I said.
Then start talking.
Sure, out on the lake.
Buster!
I'll meet you at the dock.
The big 35 on Buster's boat moved us up the lake at an easy 30 knots. The day was clear, the weather warm. I got to earn a wait to break out the tackle and get started. But Buster carefully passed up half a dozen holes where I knew there were fish. Instead, we kept going 5 or 6 miles up beyond the power line crossing. And then finally we nosed into a long, narrow, L-shaped cove. It extended back from the main body of the lake a couple of 100 yards, with flat, rocky walls on either side. At the end, it angled off to the left for perhaps 100 feet. I knew there was a very deep hole there, but as we idled in toward it, I noticed another boat back there. And the man in it seemed to be using a mighty strange fishing technique. He had a long, heavy saltwater rod in his hand, and from the bend in the tip of it...
Now, how about that? Somebody feed us into this spot. We'll swing around and... Oh, fine. I guess that wire's dived loose again.
But Buster, that man fishing down there at the end. Well,
let him notice, but keep an eye on him, Johnny. You know him? No, I can't say that I do. His name is Otis Hellman. Came over here from Los Angeles. Did you see the way he was beating up the water with that rig he's using? Yeah, I wondered about that rig. But he stopped the minute we were in sight. Could you see what he had on the end of his line? No. He let it drop down in his boat. We'll just have to wait until he gets back to the dock. There we are. Well, now, as long as this boat's taken, why don't we try the big basin up above? Yeah, sure. Now, what did you mean, Buster, about that man in the coat? Where'd you get a close look at that rig he's using? Wait a minute. Otis Hellman, did you say? That's right. In all the papers last week, when he got out of prison over in California. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Fishing, huh? At the end of that same code, day after day. But if you ask me, that man isn't after fish.
And the frantic fisherman matter.
Buster Faber and I went up to Sculpture Rock there on Lake Mojave. We caught fish, plenty of them. Nice big lunker bass. We also kept an eye open for the man who'd been so frantically working the little cove on the way up, using heavy saltwater tackle in a rather peculiar way. At sundown, we saw him pull out and head back to Lake Mojave Resort. So we followed him and set our speed to arrive at the dock just ahead of us.
Well, here we are, Johnny. Back home same day.
Yeah.
Size up, Jim. Take care of these fish for us.
Sure thing, Buster. Hi, Mr. Dollar. How'd you make out?
Oh, pretty good, Jim. Here you are.
Hey, you meant it all right.
Evening, Mr. Hellman. How'd you do today?
Nothing, Mr. Faber. Not a thing.
Oh? Where were you fishing?
All over the lake.
Didn't I see you in the long, narrow cove above the power line?
Yeah, maybe so. Hold on, Jim. Tie me up. Tie me up. Yes, sir. Sure.
Take a look, Johnny.
Oh, I'll take care of the tackle myself.
Sure, anything you say. Anything you say.
Hellman quickly stuffed the tackle from the end of his line into a fish sack. But I caught a glimpse of a couple of huge triple hooks with lead collars. They were big enough, heavy enough to catch a whale. A respectable freshwater bass couldn't even get one of them into his mouth. Back in my room over a scotch and soda, Buster and I talked about it.
When I asked him, Johnny, the first day he came here, he muttered something about trying to snag some carp with that rig.
Snag some carp?
But if you noticed up there in that cove before you saw us looking at him.
Yeah, he was right over the deep hole at the end of it.
The only place I've ever seen him fishing. If you can call it that.
Well, he was apparently dropping those heavy gang hooks down to the bottom and then scraping them up the rocky sides.
Like a grappling hook, Johnny?
Right. Yeah, he's trying to snag something down there, all right, Buster. But it's certainly not carp. Have you tried dropping a line down there to see what you might hook onto?
Well, you can't get near the place because he's always there.
Even at night?
Well, no, but Johnny, you know what I think it is? And he's just got out of jail, too, remember?
I remember.
Well, Johnny, I think there's a body down there. And for some reason, he's trying to bring it up.
Could very well be.
Yes, sir. And that's why I called you. Well?
Okay, Buster. I'll see what I can do. Buster had said that Hellman came here from Los Angeles. Well, there was a man in L.A. who was a veritable fount of information. Roy J. Harkins at Greater Southwest Insurance. It was evening now, so I put in a call to his home. I paid him through 85 cents, and he had plenty for me.
Of course I know who Otis Hellman is, Johnny. When he and that partner of his walked out of McKinney Mining Supply with $60,000, and in cash, mind you, we had to make good on it.
Is that why Hellman was sent to prison, Roy?
Yeah, for complicity in that job, though I believe his partner was the one who really did it.
Who was the partner?
Another old prospector named Oscar Kirkman.
Kirkman. Is he still in jail?
Oh, he disappeared, Johnny, just before he was to go to trial.
And the money?
Not a penny of it was ever found. So if you have any any ideas about how and where you might recover it?
Sorry, Roy. But if you're interested in Kirkman's body, I might be able to find that for you.
What?
Or what's left of it. And yet, how can I be sure? I mean that it was a body that Hellman was trying to locate up there in that deep little cove. Well, there was only one way to find out, and I needed some special equipment for it. So early the next morning, I climbed into my rental car.
Price Shelby Sporting Goods up in Las Vegas, Johnny.
That's the closest place you know, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Okay, then, here I go.
Ordinarily, there'd be dozens of folks around here who could loan it to you, but most of the people right now are either fishermen or water skiers.
Hey, incidentally, did Hellman go out in his boat this morning?
No, Johnny, and listen.
Yeah?
Maybe my imagination's working overtime, but listen.
Yeah?
Hellman had breakfast real early over in the cafe. Then he sat by the window where he could look over at your room. He must have drunk a dozen cups of coffee sitting there, but he didn't budge until you came out.
Oh?
When you did, when you went over for breakfast, he sort of casually walked down to the boathouse. Only it was a little too casual. And he just stood around down there, still keeping an eye on you. Well, I don't like it.
Somebody must have told him who I am.
No, not one of the help, Johnny. I warned him not to before you arrived.
Well, I don't think any of the guests know.
Just the same, I think Hellman's suspicious of you. And Johnny?
Oh, stop worrying, Buster.
Just the same,
Just
Johnny.
keep an eye on him. I'll see you when I get back from Las Vegas. It was nearly 100 miles to Vegas, and I made it in 2 hours flat. There at Shelby Sporting Goods, I spent item 4, $169.18 for a complete skin diving outfit. Fins, faceplate, diving tank, and regulator, a powerful waterproof headlamp, and a passionate pink pair of swim trunks.
There you are, partner. You going to do your skin diving over Lake Mead?
Down at Mojave.
The last time I outfitted a man for down there was a couple of years ago. A man called himself a miner, a prospector.
Oh?
Yeah, rented $150 worth of stuff to him and never got it back.
Hey, wait a minute. You know what his name was?
Sure. In spite of the fact that he gave me a phony one, it was right after that his picture was all over the papers with his partner, that other crook named Otis Hellman.
And his name?
Rings a bell, doesn't it, partner?
It sure does, Mr.
Sure. While Hellman took the rap, this one disappeared. Name was Oscar Kirkman.
Mister, you've just given me a wild idea.
That's all?
Just wild enough to make some sense. Yeah, and help me solve a case.
Solve a case? What kind?
Who knows? Maybe murder, among other things. On the drive down to Lake Mojave Resort, I stopped in Boulder City at the office of the National Park Commission. There I got hold of a topographical map of the whole area before Lake Mojave was filled up by David Sands. Then, back in my room at the resort, I went over it very carefully.
I only got a minute, Johnny, before I drive over to Bullhead City. But I saw you come rearing in a minute ago, and what do you got there?
Hey, come here. Huh? Look, Buster. Take a look here on this map.
Yeah?
Before the new dam filled up the lake a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
Over here. There. Now, look here.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's where that long cove is now, where Otis Hellman's been working with that phony rig of his.
Uh-huh. And in the deep hole at the end of that cove...
Kirkman Folly.
That is right. Kirkman had a mine there before the lake was filled, when it was all just desert land by the side of the Colorado River.
And right there is where Hellman is grappling for something.
Right.
Kirkman disappeared, Johnny.
Yes.
But what really happened is that Otis Hellman killed him and stuffed him down there in that underwater mine.
Maybe.
But why he wants to bring him up again, whatever is left of him.
Buster, I want to use your boat.
Well, sure.
And if Hellman hasn't gone out fishing, has he?
Oh, he's still hanging around down at the dock.
All right, good. Somehow, you've got to keep him from following me.
Well, Hellman's seen you and me together so much, but I can have Jim fill up the fuel tank on Hellman's boat and... meantime, take out one of his spark plugs, something like that.
Good, good. He'll have plenty of chances because Hellman will be watching me when I take off.
What are you going to do?
A little skin diving up at the end of that cove. And don't be surprised at what I may bring up. Hellman was still at the dock, and I thought he kept his eyes only on me as I piled the skin diving stuff into Buster's boat. Meantime, Jim went through the motions of fueling up his motor. Then I took off and with the throttle wide open, drove up the lake to the long L-shaped cove. At the end of it, where the deep hole was, I tied up to an overhanging rock, put on swim trunks, faceplate, slippers, and tank, and gently let myself over the side. I've done a lot of skin diving here and there, but this was something new. The bright desert sunlight from above filtered through the clear, cool water and blended almost eerily the colors of the rocks in the narrow canyon that made this little cove, where the tremendous forces of nature over millions of years had stood up in the very face of the earth, had melted, then cooled and crushed and twisted the rocks into strange and wonderful shapes. And the fish, bass and crappie and bluegill, even a lazy old carp, they watched me without fear as I glided down beside them, moved gently aside, then followed me. A huge catfish casually turned aside as I flipped on the powerful beam of the headlamp. I could almost imagine a look of disdain on his face as he spied this alien beings in the world above. And then I found what I was looking for. The entrance to the old Kirkman mine, carefully boarded up. But I managed to pry one of the boards loose. And I found a package wrapped in heavy plastic with a heavy coating of wax. But I could see the color of money inside. I swam back up to the surface with it, to the shadow I thought was such a fish. Tossing off my gear, I flung it and the package into the boat and grabbed the gun.
Don't bother about coming aboard, Mr. Dollar.
Well, Mr. Help.
I convinced Jim that he should replace the spark plug in my motor that you had him removed.
Well, good for you.
You saved me a lot of trouble, Dollars, locating and recovering the money for me. Now that I have it...
Look, if you'll aim that thing the other way...
Did you also find the remains of Oscar Kirkman down there?
Now, listen, Hellman.
It don't matter. After I've killed you, you're going to join him down there with his anchor tied to your feet. Thanks again, Mr. Oh, no, you...
I kicked with all I had and overturned the boat. As he entered the water, Hellman fired again. A concussion hit his throat, but he dropped the gun, and with the help of the fins of my feet, I was able to turn him, to grab him around the neck and drag him down. I had taken a deep breath before capsizing his boat, and he was an older man than I. But it seemed like hours before he finally quit struggling, and with my lungs almost bursting, I carried him back up to the surface. He was still alive, but harmless. Bless his heart, had been worried when he saw Hellman follow me up the lake. So he had borrowed a boat and was waiting for us there at the end of the cove. Otis Hellman? Well, that's up to the court. The money, of course, all $60,000 of it will go back to the company. Well, expense account total, including all the incidentals I could think of and a couple of days of good fishing, $650.85. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Here's our star to tell you about next week's story. Next week, a call from an old friend. Yeah, to meet with death in the desert. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood, and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Barney Phillips, Sam Edwards, Bartlett Robinson, Horace Lewis, and Ralph Moody. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Jim Matthews speaking.